screen. If I click the button go to login, it will navigate into login screen. So basically what we are doing here, we are pushing a sign up screen in top of the login screen. Again on the sign up screen we are pushing login screen. So here we can use the advantage of stack. Now we are already in the sign up screen, so we have navigated from login into sign up. Now we don't want to navigate into login screen. We can just pop the screen from the stack. Here are already familiar with the stack, push and pop, right? So inside sign up screen, rather than navigating, we can just do pop. So it will remove the screen, remove the sign up screen from the stack. So we can avoid the screen is adding to the stack again and again, right? So if I just refresh the screen, it should work as the same before. Go to login, click sign up button, because we have added a screen on the top of login screen, right? So sign up screen is on the top of login screen, right? It is in the stack, on the top of the stack. Now if I just click on the sign up go to login button, what should we do? You can remove the sign up screen from the stack. We can just pop into the previous screen. If I just click yes. So rather than navigation.navigate, we can use the property navigation.pop, right? So if you want to remove the screen from the stack, what you have to do, you can call the method navigation.pop. Clear? Integrated, we have connected all the screen in authentication navigation, right? So if I look into the screen, go to login screen, it will navigate into login screen. If I click forgot password, it will navigate into forgot password. If I click sign up button, it will navigate into sign up button. So we have already integrated go to login button, right? But for go to login, what we are doing, navigation.navigating, we are again calling the same screen into the stack. So we can avoid this calling using the method navigation dot, there is another method goBack. So what it will do, it will go to the just previous screen, whatever the previous stack is available. So we have created a sign up stack, a sign up screen on the top of a login screen, right? Now if I just type go to login, what will happen, it will move into the previous screen. So we, rather than calling navigation.navigate, if I call navigation.navigate, what will happen, it will again mount the screen into the stack. So it will be mounting like login screen, then sign up screen, again login screen. We are mounting multiple times. So we can avoid this mounting on the stack using the method navigation dot goBack. So what it will do, it will remove the top of the remove the screen from the top of the stack. So if I just click the go to sign up button, you can see the same thing. Sign up, and we are calling the sign up screen on the top of login screen. Now if I just click on the go to login, so the sign up screen will be removed from the stack. So better to call goBack if you have already mounted the screen on the stack. Clear? How to pass data from one screen to another. So for that one, we can just check out the documentation. Here you can see the passing parameter to routers. You can see they are passing the data, details, item ID, other params into another screen. You can just check out the documentation. Here you can see they are passing the data. In the next screen, the data they are fetching the data. Now we can check out how we can pass the data. So here what I am going to do, I am going to declare one variable const data. I can just add an item ID 38, and I am giving a name product name. We can just say bag. Okay, now if I just inside here, we are going to display that item. Okay, so margin bottom here, we can just display that item data dot item ID, and also we can just display the product name bag, product name bag. Now if I refresh the screen, I can see the item ID and the bag. Now on the forgot button, what I am going to do, I am going to pass this all data from login screen into forgot screen. we can just have email also, right? So we can just add email something. We can just add something dot at the rate gmail.com. So whenever I am clicking or forgot button, I need to pass this email into forgot screen. So I am just going to the screen. Here I am going to add one curly bracket. Now I can just refer the variable whatever I am passing. Here I am passing email only. We can just add data dot email. Now from login screen to the forgot password screen, I am passing the variable email, which is the value something dot at the rate gmail.com, using the variable email. So the value will be available in the variable email. So I am passing, how I am passing, adding a curly bracket after the name of the screen like this. Email is equal to data dot email. Okay, now I need to fetch this data from forgot screen, right? So I am going to the forgot password screen. Here what I am going to do, I am going to access one property from the props called route. You can see route. So I'm going to accept this property route. Now if I can just console the route, let's see what happened. Route. Here I am just consoling the route. Now if we can just refresh the screen, open our flipper. Now I am going to pass the data from login screen to forgot screen. Let's see what is coming on the route parameter. Yes, intro screen is coming. Yeah. You can just refresh once more. See, intro screen is coming right now because we have set the initial route name as intro screen. Now I am going to the login screen. Here is the login screen where all the data is present. Here you can see on the login screen all the data value I have declared in the login screen. Now I am clicking on the forgot password button, right? Here I am just clicking forgot. See, inside the route I can see one key is there, which is the screen name indication, the name of the screen which is we have declared in the forgot, and inside params you can see whatever the value I am passed to here. So we can just console route dot params. Now if I just refresh once more, let's see what is coming. Screen is refreshing. Go to the login screen and I click on forgot. You can see on the params whatever the value I have passed from login screen I am getting on forgot screen. Now I can just display the screen, right? So inside forgot password I am going to display that amount, sorry, that value. Here I am just going to display. If route.param, we can just put a condition here. If route.params is available, then display the email whatever the value is coming, which is we are passing from outside. Otherwise we can just put an empty string here. Now if I just refresh, let's see what happened. If I go back, click on forgot button, you can see the email value which is I am passing from login screen I am receiving from routes variable, which is available on the props of this screen. So route dot params dot whatever the data I am passing I can receive on the second screen. Clear? Now we have passed the value from login screen to forgot screen. Same way I am doing for sign up screen also. Here I am going to pass the same email ID, same email. So email is available on data.email. Okay, so we are going to pass same email data to sign up screen as well. Yes. Now rather than receiving from route.params, rather than receiving from props, I am going to use one hook which is available in React navigation. Use route. Clear? So previously I was getting the data from props dot route dot params, right? Here I am going to use directly hook, as it is a functional component. I can use hooks, right? So I am going to use this hook. I can just use this hook inside my functional component const route. Previously also for navigation we have used the hook, use navigation. Here for getting the values or getting the variable whatever we are passing from previous screen, we can use the hook, use route. Now if I just console this route, let's see what is coming. We can just refresh the screen. Intro screen is coming. Then go to login. From login screen we are passing the data to sign up screen, right? Now if I just click on the sign up, let's see the same value we have, whatever we have received in the forgot password, we are receiving using the hook. So I can just use the hook in my functional component. If I just click here, root.params, just clear all this one. I can also just console in my forgot password. We can just check out the values. Here route params is coming. We can just add the screen name in the console. Here forgot password, and from here it is from sign up screen. So we can just check out the console once more. Refresh the screens. Intro screen will come now. Here intro screen, login screen. Firstly I am going to forgot password. Here you can see the data is coming at email. Now just I am going sign up, same data is coming. So in two way you can receive the value from previous screen. One is from the props, and second thing using the hook. So I can display the value here as same as in forgot password. We can just copy this JSX, paste it here. Now you can see the email is printing here. We can just add a margin bottom and color to that text. So we have passed the value into different screen, and using different method we are receiving the value. So first method in forgot password we have implemented using the property props. The value is available in props.route. Now in the sign up screen what we are using? We are using use route hook. So if you are the function, if the component is functional, you can use route. Otherwise, if the component is class component, what you can use? You can use properties. Clear? The value will be available in prop.route. Because how to style a header. So in the go to intro screen we are already disabled our header. Now inside login screen we can just add some styling to the header. Now if you check out the documentation, you can see configure in the header bar. You can see different styling is added into the header part. So I am going to my auth navigator, where I can add all the style. Here I am going to add a property option to the login screen. Here I am just adding title. I can just add login screen. Now if I just refresh, let's see what happened. See, login screen is displaying. Now we can have just header style background color. We can just give background color. Yes, background color is given. Fine. Also we can just have header tint color. We can also have header title styling also we can give. So we can just copy this all things. Now let's see what happened. Yes, login screen. Now we can just check out other documentation how we can configure the into the sender, right? So we can just check out React navigation header title sender. So we can just check out this documentation how we can title to the sender. Yes, this is previous navigation. We can just, yes, text align sender. We can just give that text align sender to the header style. Now if I just refresh, also we can just give a flex equal to 1 to the header title style. Go to the login screen. It is not reflecting. We should check out other header screens option. Header title center, header title section center we have added, but this was not working. We can have check out this documentation. We can just copy this one into our Navigator header screen option. We can just give. We can remove this one which is not working. Yes, login screen is aligned into center, so we can have header title align at the center. We can just try with this in our option here. Also, we can just remove the screen options, add a comma, maybe it will work. Now if I just refresh, let's see what happened. Yes, we are going to the go to login screen. Yes, so you can add the property to align the header title align. Now if you just add a right, let's see what happened. See, it is right. Now if I add left, refresh the screen once more, let's see what happened. Go to login. So header title have only properties are available left or center, so we can just left is there, center is there. How to align header title? Default values left, which is available for iOS. So Android it will be center, so we can just add center. Right property is not available, so default value is left, so that's why it is moving to the left. So we have only one property, center. Now if I need to add a text on the right side, we can just check out the documentation. Header right, header buttons. Yes, header title is there, header right. We can just copy this thing into our component and we can just have a button here. We need to import a button from React Native. Now if I just type go to login, here I can see the button. Now I can just remove the background color, change the background color into whatever color we have given for header style. So we can just give a red color. Oh sorry, we can have a green color. Now let's see. Yes, green button is working fine. See, green button. So we have added header right. Now if we need a header left also, we can just add this header left. We can replace that by default navigation button. So we can just remove that one. Go to login. Yes, we need to change into header left. So we can have custom header left button rather than giving navigation by default button. See, you can see on the on button we can have navigation. So we can just put navigation here. So the navigation value will be available. So you can just add navigation dot go back. So the same like as it is before, it should work. You can just refresh the function. Go to login. Now if I click, navigation is not working. We can just check out the documentation. What is the error is giving? Undefined evaluation navigation. We can just check out the interaction. Yes, it should be on the options section, not in the screen section. So we can just pass. How it will be. Data passing section. Now the next is we can configure the header. We can just change the color of header. We can just add custom title. For that one, what you have to do, just check out the documentation. We can just go to the configuring header section. Here you can see different methods are available. First method, you can just add a title to the button. So for that, I am just adding a title to login button. Here you can see login screen. So first property which I have applied is title. We can just check out the documentation other. Now if I refresh the screen, I can see the title is changed into login screen. It should be screen. We can just add. Now for the styling, if you just check out the documentation, you can see header title style. We can give a background color. So I'm just giving background color. Yes, fine. We have given a background color. Now if I refresh, I can see the background color is affected. I can also give header tint color and header title style. So we can just give header title and header tint color. Font weight is bold. We can just change it to italic or normal. We can just change it to normal. And also we can just give a color green. Now let's refresh the screen. I can see the font weight is reduced into login screen. If I just again change it into bold, I can see it is changing into bold. Yes, color is different. We can just give a color of white. So the button text I can just manipulate using header type style. Now the next thing we can apply, just check out the documentation. We can just also pass what are other properties available. Yes, we can have custom header style. We can just add a header style here. Rather than title, we can just have a header title section here. So inside here I am just passing one more thing, one JSX text. Okay, style I am just giving color blue. We can just have a blue color, header title, login screen as it before. Now if I refresh, let's see what happened. So we have added a custom header title. Now if you want to add some more logos or anything else, you can use the property header title. Please refer. If I go to the login, there is an error is coming. We have not imported text, so we can just import text also here. Now if I refresh, everything should work as it before. Yes, I can see here blue header title. So now if you want to create a component for header title, you can just create and use that component here. Clear? Now also what we can do, we can have buttons. So header buttons are something different which we are going to use. Header right button I am going to change here. So header right button, I need to import the button. So we can just so already imported. Now if I refresh the screen, I can see a button here. So I can just change the color into something else, green itself. We can just change. No, I can see the header button with a title. I can also change this into bold. So we can just remove this bold font weight into here. So because why our font weight is not applying here, because we are already created a custom header title, so that's why font weight is not applying. We can just refresh the screen. Go to login screen. Here you can see font weight is applied. So also we can just increment the font size into 25. Yes, login screen is visible. Now if I want to align this header at the center, what we can do, we have one more property called header title center. We can just search in here header titles value. So we can just add that value, header title align. We can just align into center. So now if I just refresh, see header title is aligned into center. This property have only two value, one is left and center. Now if I want to replace this navigation icon with some button or some other icons, you can add header left button. So we can just copy this one, paste it here. So we can just header left. So we have added a custom header left. It will remove the by default navigation one. So we can just reload the function. Go to login. You can see it's created a header left. So why it is not creating, it is not removing our navigation icon. So we can just check out the documentation, configuring header, or we can just say hide navigation back icon in React navigation. So go here, header left is already applied. We have already applied header left. So this is the issue. Yeah, header left. So we can just use it here, header left. Now if I refresh, go to login screen, still hero icon is not missing, but I don't know why it's we can just check out the documentation once more. Yeah, it should hide header as it because of a title. We can just remove this title. We can just have title as login. Now let us check. Refresh the function once more. Yes, as it is because of header title, we have added header title as custom, so that's why it is not hiding. So we can have a custom header left using the function header left. Now what we need, on the on press we need to navigate, go to back, right? So for that, one better method is use navigation hook. We can just copy this one, paste it here, and create a reference for that one. So we can just create a reference here. Now on the on press button, so we can just header left, navigation dot go back. Clear? Now if I just refresh the screen, if I just click, it should navigate into the previous screen. We can just change the title into back, and again refresh, go to the login screen, click on the back button, so it will navigate into the previous screen. So you can custom define header left and header right, and also you can just define header title also using the callback header title. So title also you can give static values using that property title. Header title align you can using left value and center value. Header style also is available. Header title style is also is available. Clear? Okay. Using React navigation like this, you can see if I click open model, the screen is opening like a model, right? So we are going to create a full screen model using React navigation. For that, what you have to do, we have to install a new library called React navigation slash tag. Previously we are using React navigation native stack, which will be providing native transmission. So for now, what we are going to do, we are going to install a new library, npm install react navigation slash tag. So this will be providing our animation, model animation. So we are going to install that library. So we also need gesture handler build. You can see build successful. So we have installed react navigation slash tag and react gesture handler. Now what we can do, go to the auth navigation section. Here you can see I have a right button. On this right button we can call that screen which is we have added recently, navigation dot navigate. So the screen name is info. We can just call that name, yes, info. Now we can just refresh the screen once more. Yes, screen is refreshing. Click on the go to login section. Yes. Now if I click this info button, the screen should be opened as a model, right? We can just check out, click info. Yes, like this you can see screen is opening as a model. Now if I just click once more, you can see the screen is opening as a model. So we have completed our section. We have opened a screen like presentation model, giving a presentation type equal to model. You can use other values as well. If you just check out the documentation, other values also visible, just like transparent model, card, you can use that as one. If I just change into card, it will be same like as yours other screens. If I just go back, click info screen. Yes, it's opened as same as before. Now if I just add it as model, it will open as a model. Clear? It's about how to create multiple stack. So as of for now we have created authentication stack, right, which include intro screen, login screen, forgot and sign up. So this is authentication stack. Now in real time application there will be multiple stack will come. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create one more stack, home navigation stack. So for that one, first we are going to do what we are going to do, we can just create one folder here, oaths, and we can just move this whole screen into authentication oath folder. So we have moved all the screen into oath folder, and we also need to change here screen oath slash login screen. Same everywhere we can just change screen slash oath, screen slash intro screen, just info screen. So we have added one more folder. Now if I just refresh, everything should work as it is. We can just forgot password is working. Yes, everything should work as expected. We can just refresh the screens. Yes, login screen, intro screen is coming. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create one more folder in screen, that is home. So inside home, what I am going to do, I am going to create one more screen, dashboard dot js. So dashboard dot js is another screen which we can create. We can copy from forgot password. It's also a functional component. We can just copy this functional component here, dashboard. You can also use code snippet. Currently I didn't install any code snippet in my VS Code. If you have installed code snippet, you can just create functional component with this symbol, code snippets. So I didn't use any code snippet for now, and we can just create functional component here, dashboard. Now what we need one more navigation here, home navigation. So home navigation dot js. Now I am going to import all this into home navigation, import react view, and also we need create here we are going to use native navigation, not stack navigation. So we can just copy this one, and I am going to create one stack here, stack navigator. Same. Also if you want, you can just change into home stack, that is not an issue. And what I'm going to do here, I'm just adding home stack navigator. So this is the another navigator, another stack which I am going to create. Here I need to export default home stack navigator. So we have created another stack navigator called home stack. Now we need to add that screen, right? So we can just copy this one and have a return function here, paste it here. And also we need to add the screen here, right? So for that one, what we can do, we can just copy this one, paste it here. Here it is not stack, what it is home stack. So we can just copy this one, replace everywhere with the stack. Yes, so we have created. Now we need to just add dashboard as key name, dashboard as a key name, and we can use we need to import the screen here, right? Import dashboard from screen home dashboard, so we can just use that component here. Yes, now the initial route name should be dashboard. We can just add dashboard, and we can just test this navigator importing in app.js file. So we can just test this one. Import home stack navigator from src navigation bar home navigation. We can just replace it with the auth navigator, and also inside home screen what we can do, we can just change the color from orange and we can just change it to white. Now if I refresh the screen should be refreshed. Cannot find variable, there is an issue is coming. We can just check out. Yes, we need to check out our package manager to understand the issue. Cannot find variable create stack navigator, so it is using here. Yes, it should be create native stack navigator. We can just replace it and just refresh once more. Yes, we can see the orange screen which is coming from dashboard, right? So any other issues we can just check out. Not at all. Yes, and we can just change the name into dashboard. So we have created two stack navigator. One is auth navigator and home navigator. We can just remove the name into home navigator. Home navigator stack is not needed. You can just change it to home navigator. Home navigator. So we have two navigator here, which is auth navigator, home navigator. Now we are going to create one more stack on the top of these two tags so that we can use both stacks simultaneously. So for that one, what I am going to do, here I am going to import this one. Here I am going to import this one and I'm just replace it with name app stack. Okay, now what I need is I need to import this one, so we can just import this one. Yes, so we have two screen, auth navigator, home navigator. So we have what we have to do, we have to create a stack so that we can add two screens, right? So what we can do, we can just copy this one and paste into app.js file. Fine, so we need to replace stack with app stack. Yes, also we can just add auth. Now what we need to do, we need to add screens here. Instead of component, what we are going to do, we are going to add this as a component. Okay, so here we can just change name into auth. So you need to remember one thing, instead of class name, what we are going to do, we are going to add stack here. This is the stack and the component will be one more stack. Okay, now we can just add one more stack screen here and just replace it with home. So we can just add one more name here, home. So what we have done, on the top of auth navigator and home navigator, we have created one more stack just like this. There will be one app stack, and inside app stack there will be one auth stack. Okay, and there will be one more stack, home stack. So we have created a top stack on the top of home and auth. Now just we can just run the application. What will happen? Yes, you can see the first screen, which is auth navigation is rendering, right? You can see auth navigation is running successfully here. Reload the function. Yes, you can see login screen. If I just go to login, it will go to the login screen. Now I am going to add one more button in login screen. So one more button in login screen here, login screen. I can just add one more button Here I am giving a title home, and I am going to replace this on press function completely. Here one button, right? Just one button. Now if I refresh, you can see the button here. I need to add one view height to differentiate between buttons. So I added one button here. Now if I refresh, I can see the home button. Now what I need on the on press home function, I need to navigate into home screen, right? So we can just add navigation dot navigate, where we need to mention the stack name, right? So here is the stack name home. So we can just add the stack name, and if I refresh, it's refreshed. Now if I click home button, you can see the orange screen is coming. That means we are jumping from old stack to home stack. So we have two stack, old stack and home stack, which is placed on in between, which is placed under app stack. So we have completely added two stack navigation in one stack navigation. Clear? So this is how we are adding multiple stack navigation. We are combining multiple stack navigation. Clear? We are going to set the title of a screen dynamically. Here you can see we are moving to the sign up screen, the title is by default it is picking our title of the name of the screen, right? Name of the stack. We need to make this title as dynamic. If I pass a value from login screen, I need to show that value in the title. So we can jump into the procedure. What we can do, go to the login screen. Here I am passing a title. We can just add a create account. Okay, now this title need to be placed on the sign up screen, right? If I click sign up button, rather than sign up, it should show create account, because that we are dynamically passing a value to sign up screen. Now for that one, what you have to do, go to the auth navigation. Here will be, we can add options, and I can just extract route properties only. We can just extract route, and we can just print what is coming in route. Okay, so we can just print the value route. Here we can print. Now if I just open my flipper, refresh the screen once more, yes, it's refreshing. Go to login screen, clear the console, click on sign up button. Now you can see all the props are printing here, right? Here you can see the key of the screen, name of the screen, params whatever we are passing. Here you can see email and title, right? So what we can do, we can just have return the title from here. So what we need to do, put a function title route dot params dot title. Okay, now we have completed our routing. If you have any queries, you can just check out the documentation. Here you can see we need to return like this, right? So we can just copy this one, paste it here. Okay, so I have passed instead of name, I have passed route dot params dot title. Now if I refresh the screen, let's see. Already you can see create account is coming, because we are passing a value from login screen to sign up as title, right? So just go to the login, click on sign up. Here you can see create account is coming. Where is the create account? We are passing the value from login screen, right? Now if I just create new account, it should show create new account, right? So if I just go back, click on sign up, see, so we are dynamically setting a value of title. Okay, now we can jump into the next. To discuss how to track each screen. If you are dealing with a real-time project, you need to track each screen for analytics purpose. So we are going to discuss how to track each screen. For that one, what we can do, we can all close all screens, just focus on app.js file where is navigation container is exist. Here we are going to add the screen tracking methods. So for that one, what you have to do, copy this hook from react native slash native. We are already imported navigation container, so we can just import this also. And what we need next, we need to create a use reference also, so we can just copy this one and paste it. And use reference should be imported from react, so we can just import use ref. Now what we need, navigation container has two callback. One is on ready and on state change. So we can, what we can do, we can pass the reference here first. So ref is equal to the reference which we have created here, navigation reference, which you can pass it here. Then on the on ready method, on ready, there you can see VS Code is already suggesting. Here you can see methods are available: on ready, on state change, on unhandled actions, then options. We can pass options also. Currently we are going with on ready. So on ready, what we can do, we can just print out the value of navigation reference for now. So we can just have this one and console how to print the value of a screen navigation reference dot get current, right? So we can just call this function. Let's see what are the values are coming. Open the flipper. So use ref is not defined because we are already defined. Now we can just refresh the screens. Yes, screen is coming. You can see key, name, in-drop params. Now if we just go here and I try to navigate, yes, the first screen, whatever we have printed, you can see it's printing on ready function. We can just console it once more. Yes, on ready, it is printed. Intro screen is the ready screen, yes. So it is printing from here. So what we can do, we can store this value into our reference. So we can just put current value is equal to navigation dot current route. So what we can store the value, we can store the value name. We don't want to use key, we can just store this name here. So we will get the current screen name. So we can just print this value as well. After setting the value, we can just print out what we are stored. So we can just print it here, navigation dot reference. Clear? So what we are doing, we are creating a reference, navigation reference, and from navigation reference, what we are passing that reference to our navigation container, and then we are receiving the value. We are storing the value in a reference variable called navigate route name dot reference dot current. Now we can just print the application once more. Here you can see when the app is ready, on ready, what is the screen name, it will be stored in the current reference value. You can see intro. So we have stored the current value. Now what we need, we need to change this value to when we are changing each screen, right? If we are going to login screen, the name should change into login, and if we are moving to forward, we need to change into sign up screen, right? So for that one, we have going to trigger one more function on state change. So we are going to get this callback. Here we are putting as nothing, or we can just put the value, we can just print the value from here. We can just put here, yes. And on state change, we are just printing the value, yes. Now on every state change, it will print the value, right? We can just put a console here, current route name. So it will be the value of each screen. We can just check out the flipper, close this one, reload the function. See, current values intro. Now if I just moving If the state is changing, the current route name is login. Now if I move to forgot, you can see the value is printing forgot. Current route name is forgot. Now if I just go to back sign up, you can see every moment the value of the screen is printing. So we need to store the value into printing. Before that, we can send this value to analytics. If previous route name not equal to current name, that means user is moved into new screen, we can send this value into analytics. Send the screen value to analytics. So currently I'm not integrated in analytics, I'm not going to send here, right? So if the previous screen and the current screen are different, that means user is moved from one screen to another, we can send that time to value to the analytics. Now what we need to do after sending analytics, we can just set the value into new value, right? So reference dot current is equal to current route name, right? Just like this, we are storing the value to current name. Now if you just print the console once more, let's see what happened. And also we can just put the console here, so we can just read the value of what is the value stored in the reference, right? So we can just open the flipper, clear all console. Now we can just move into login screen, see login, and move. If I move it to forgot, the forgot value is stored. And then if I'm moving to home, sign up screen, sign up stored. This way you can track all the screen in React navigation. What you have to do, create a reference on navigation reference, then value you can get through navigation dot reference dot get current route. Clear? Okay, so we have tracked the screen, all the screen, whatever the user is moving using navigation reference. Almost all topic in React navigation, stack navigation. So what we can do, we can just push this code into GitHub. For that, and what you have to do, go to GitHub, create a new repository. Here we can just type navigation, or yes, React navigation. Yes, it's available, and make this project as public so that anybody can just refer the code. Create repository. So it will create a repository in our GitHub. Then what we can do, we can just git init in project. Yes, we have init git. Now we can just type git status. Yes, then git add. Then we can just copy this commit name, so we can just add this commit here, first commit. So we have on branch. Then what you can do, git branch minus them, we can just put master. Then we can add github url. So add the github url. So just check github url is already added using the command git rebound -3. Then just push the master -u origin master. So it will push all our code into GitHub. So future anybody can refer this code, React navigation. Yes, all the updated code is available in master code. Now we will be completing tab navigation and bot navigation in the upcoming lectures.